82% of traders who fail to reach profitability don't fail because they lack a good strategy. They fail because they lack a sustainable internal architecture. You've been there. It's 10 a.m., the market is moving, and you feel that familiar itch in your fingers. You ignore your risk management plan, you override your stop loss, and you enter a trade that isn't in your playbook. You tell yourself it was just a bad day, or that the market was manipulated. But the truth is much colder and more uncomfortable. Your performance is a direct reflection of your physiological state, and right now, your body is sabotaging your capital. Let's talk about the foundation of every single decision you make in the charts: sleep. It's not just about feeling rested, it's about the structural integrity of your prefrontal cortex. When you trade on 6 hours of sleep, you aren't just tired, you are cognitively impaired in a way that mimics clinical intoxication. Think about it. Would you drink 3 beers before sitting down to manage a prop firm account? Of course not. Yet, by depriving yourself of REM and deep sleep, you are effectively handicapping your executive function. The prefrontal cortex is the part of your brain responsible for impulse control, long-term planning, and emotional regulation. It is the seat of your discipline. When you are sleep-deprived, the connection between your prefrontal cortex and your amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system, weakens. You become hypersensitive to loss and hyperreactive to market noise. Every red candle becomes a personal threat. Every missed entry feels like a failure that must be immediately corrected. This is the physiological trigger for revenge trading. When your brain is exhausted, it seeks the path of least resistance, which is usually emotional gratification rather than logical execution. You stop seeing patterns and start seeing only your own desire to win back what you just lost. It's a vicious cycle. You lose sleep because you're stressed about your trades, and you lose your trades because you're stressed from lack of sleep. To break this, you must treat your sleep like an institutional asset. You don't leave your capital allocation to chance, so why leave your cognitive capacity to chance? Start by creating a hard shut-off time for your screens. The blue light from your monitors suppresses melatonin, tricking your brain into thinking it's still high noon. If you're staring at charts until the moment your head hits the pillow, your brain will remain in a state of hyperarousal, unable to enter the deep sleep cycles required for memory consolidation and emotional recovery. This leads to a performance decay that compounds over time. You might get away with it for a week, maybe 2, but eventually, the mental fatigue will manifest as a series of sillier mistakes. You'll forget to adjust your position size. You'll misread a trend line. You'll close a winning trade too early because your anxiety levels are spiking. These aren't technical errors, they are biological failures. You need to understand that your trading day doesn't begin when the opening bell rings. It begins the night before. If you want to be a professional, you need to cultivate a sleep hygiene protocol that is as rigorous as your trading plan. No screens 30 minutes before bed. Cool, dark room temperature. A consistent wake-up time, even on weekends. These sound like basic life tips, but in the arena of high-stakes trading, they are your primary defensive tools against impulsive decision-making. When you are well rested, you aren't just sharper, you are more patient. You can sit on your hands when the market isn't giving you an edge. You can accept a loss without feeling the need to punish the market. You gain the ability to detach your self-worth from your daily P&L. This detachment is the hallmark of a successful trader. It's the difference between a gambler chasing a high and a professional executing a business plan. Remember, the market doesn't care about your fatigue. It doesn't care if you stayed up all night analyzing news or if you're stressed about your account balance. It only cares about the execution of the trade. If your biology is compromised, your execution will be compromised. If your execution is compromised, your capital is at risk. You are the most important variable in your trading system, yet you are the one you monitor the least. You spend hours backtesting strategies, but how much time do you spend backtesting your own mental state? If you tracked your sleep quality against your daily drawdown, you would likely find a terrifying correlation. The data doesn't lie. Most of the bad luck you experience in the markets is actually just the byproduct of a poorly maintained machine, your body. We live in a culture that glorifies the grind, the trader who stays up all night watching global markets, drinking excessive caffeine, and pushing until burnout. This is a false narrative sold to beginners. Real professional traders, the ones who manage millions, aren't hyper-caffeinated zombies. They are disciplined, rested, and mentally balanced. They understand that trading is a marathon of decision-making, not a sprint of adrenaline. You cannot perform at a high level if your nervous system is constantly in fight-or-flight mode. Overtrading is rarely a technical issue, it's an emotional one. When you are exhausted, your brain's ability to inhibit impulses is severely diminished. You see a setup that isn't really there, you convince yourself it's valid, and you hit buy. Then, as soon as the trade goes against you, the regret sets in. You realize it was a bad trade, but the damage is done. This is the physiological cost of ignoring your health. You are literally paying for your lack of discipline with your hard-earned money. To change this, you must shift your perspective. View your brain as a high-performance computer. If you run too many programs at once, or if you don't provide it with the necessary maintenance, it will crash. Trading requires intense focus, rapid data processing, and unwavering emotional stability. These are high-energy tasks. If you are starting your day at 70% of your cognitive capacity, you are already at a disadvantage against the algorithms and the institutional traders who are operating at peak efficiency. You are fighting a war with a blunt sword. The habit of consistent sleep is not just a wellness tip, it is a fundamental pillar of risk management. If you cannot manage your own biology, you have no business managing a trading account. Start small, but start today. Track your sleep, monitor your energy levels, and notice how your trading decisions change when you are truly rested. You will find that the urgent trades you felt compelled to take when tired suddenly seem irrelevant. You will find that your patience increases, your drawdown decreases, and your overall clarity improves. This is the path to consistency. It's not about finding the holy grail indicator. It's about building a mind that is capable of executing the plan, regardless of market volatility. When you treat your body with the same respect as your trading account, you stop being a victim of your emotions and start becoming a master of your process. The market is a mirror. It reflects your internal state back to you in the form of your P&L. If you are chaotic, your results will be chaotic. If you are disciplined, rested, and focused, your results will begin to stabilize. It's time to stop blaming the market for your losses and start looking at the person in the mirror. You are the gatekeeper of your capital. Protect your cognitive bandwidth as if your career depends on it, because it does. Every time you sacrifice sleep for the more screen time, you are effectively betting against yourself. You are choosing short-term noise over long-term sustainability. Be honest with yourself. Are you trading to build a career, or are you just feeding an addiction to the thrill of the trade? If you want to build a career, start by building the habits that support it. The market will always be there tomorrow, but your mental capacity is a finite resource that you must manage with extreme care. Don't let your biology be the reason you blow your account. Take control of your sleep, take control of your focus, and take control of your financial future. The process of becoming a profitable trader is essentially the process of becoming a more disciplined human being. It requires you to confront your own weaknesses and systematically replace them with habits that serve your long-term goals. This isn't easy, but it is necessary. If you can master the simple, boring act of getting enough sleep, you will be miles ahead of the 90% who are too busy chasing secret strategies to pay attention to their own biology. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. When you prioritize your recovery, you are making a conscious decision to prioritize your success. It's a quiet, unglamorous habit, but it is the bedrock upon which all great trading careers are built. Stop looking for shortcuts and start focusing on the foundations. You are the architect of your own performance. Build a structure that can withstand the pressure of the markets, and you will find that the success you've been chasing is much closer than you think. Every trade you take is a test of your character, and a well-rested mind is the only tool that can pass that test consistently. Your P&L is the scoreboard, but your discipline is the game. Stop playing against yourself and start playing the game with the clarity you deserve. Your trading results are the ultimate biometric data. If you aren't managing your sleep, you're essentially trading with a blindfold on and hoping for the best.